This is not financial advice. It is incredibly difficult to follow up on an amazing year of selling options. Last year from selling options, I made over $46,946. And that's from using one simple strategy called the wheel strategy. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I make an extra $4,000 per month. And I'm going to give you guys the step-by-step, the stocks I use, the ETFs I use in this video that you can follow and learn. And if you needed to make an extra $4,000 in 30 days, you could do this as well. So go ahead and hit the thumbs up on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. I think hitting that notification bell is more important than anything. If you're already subscribed to the channel, please hit that notification bell or leave a comment. That really helps out a small content creator like me. Okay, so far this year in 2026, we're already up $2,082. So we are on track to do $1,000 per week, an extra $4,000 per month. So what is the wheel strategy, right? I'm going to give you guys the wheel strategy, what stocks I'm using, and how to do the step-by-step on exactly how to set it up. And I'm going to give you guys my indicators, and I'm going to give you guys my rules. So please hit that thumbs up just for that. So the wheel strategy is pretty much saying that you want to buy a stock at a cheaper price than what it is, and you agree to buy a stock at a cheaper price than what it is, and then they're going to pay you a premium just for saying that. So if you want to buy stock A and stock A is at $100, but you don't feel like paying $100 for it, you only want to you think it's worth $90. So you'll say, I'm going to sell a cash you could put to buy stock A at $90, and you're going to pay me a premium just for saying that. If stock A do not pull to $90, I guess to keep the premium and do it again the following week. If it do pull back to $90 or below $90, then I have to buy those 100 shares of stock A, the stock that I already wanted to buy at $90, but I still got paid a premium to buy that stock at a cheaper price. And it was a stock that I already wanted to own. So now that I got this stock at $90, I got 100 shares. We go to the second step of the real strategy, and we get assigned those 100 shares. And then what we can do is start to sell covered calls. That is us agreeing to sell our 100 shares at a higher price than what we bought it at. So now that we bought 100 shares at $90, now we're saying that we want to sell those 100 shares at $100. And guess what? They're going to pay us a premium just for saying that we want to sell those shares at $100. And that is called a covered call. And if the stock do not go above $100, we get to keep our shares, we get to keep the premium, and do it again the following week until it finally goes above our strike price. Let's say if it goes up to $100 or $101, then we still have to sell it at $100, but we get to keep the premium always. And that's the number I showed you when I made $46,000 last year. That was just pure premium, not capital gain. So that's where you make the most money, is on the covered call side, because you do get money in capital gain and money in premium. So now that after you sell those 100 shares at $100 or above, then you come to the fourth step of the wheel strategy, and that is repeating the full cycle, selling a cash secure put again, right back at $90. Now, with that being said, there is some rules to this strategy. Now, the stocks I'm going to show you in this video are going to be leverage stocks. I'm going to show you NVDL, which is the leverage of NVIDIA. I'm going to show you TSLL, which is the leverage of Tesla. And I'm going to show you SOXL, which is a semiconductor 3X leverage. Now, all of these leverage stocks is going to have a high IV. This is rule number one. I usually run the wheel strategy on stocks that have a high IV of over 50%, because the more volatile a stock is, the more money you'll make in premium. If they have a very low IV like Apple, then you're not going to make that much money running the wheel strategy on Apple because they have a low IV. Now, Tesla is more volatile. That price could shoot up $100 or down $100 all in 1 month. It's super volatile, so the implied volatility is high, meaning that we're going to collect more premium. So these triple leverage stocks is going to have a higher IV. It's going to pay us more premium. But because it's more risky, usually when you're running the wheel strategy, listen to me, usually when you're running the wheel strategy, you're selling a 0.3 delta. When you're selling a 0.3 delta, that means you have a 70% chance of winning that trade, but you only want to sell a 0.3 delta on stocks that are not leveraged. If you're doing a 0.2 delta, you have an 80% chance of winning that trade. If you do a 0.10 delta, that means you have a 90% chance of winning that trade, but you're going to collect the most premium at a 0.3 delta, and then it drops down to a 0.2, and then it drops down to a 0.1. I'm going to show you guys in this video, so don't click off. So now when you're usually doing a 0.3 delta on normal stocks, when you come over to leverage stocks, now you want to drop down to like a 0.2 delta to lower your risk, because they do move twice as much or 3 times as much as the normal stock. So now that we got the stocks that we're going to use, we got the delta that we're going to use, the last thing that we're going to do is use our indicators. Now let me show you guys the indicators right quick before I show you guys exactly how to set it up. Now this is the very basics of the wheel strategy. If you guys do want to join the dream team, right now I have a 7-day free trial in there. I have multiple modules in there that's going to teach you everything that you need to know about the wheel strategy. If you want to come in there and steal all my stuff during the 7-day free trial and also be a part of my Zoom call, the least that you could do is subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up on this video. But yeah, you can literally come in 7 days and take all my stuff, which is crazy. It's people that do it. It's people that do it. And I ain't gonna call nobody out, but they come in, take all my stuff for 7 days, and then they leave the group. But that's cool. But if you like what you see, you can come join the live Zoom calls where we go over all our plays. I teach you guys how to do the wheel strategy and how to generate some passive income every single week or every single month. So for example, I got some plays in there where I did a TQQQ. We made $203. During the same week, we made another $288. This is on one of those $1,000 weeks. And then we got some other trades on there where we're up on our leap options around $2,596. So if you guys do want to join an awesome community of investors and traders, click the link down in the pinned comment section, click the link down in the description, come join the Patreon, use the 7-day free trial. You got nothing to lose, or you can invest inside yourself for 2026 and get your investing journey started. All right, dreamers, now back to it. Let's come over to TradingView. TradingView is completely free to sign up, and let me show you guys the time frames that I use. Now there's some very important information on this video, and I highly suggest that you guys take your notepads, pen, watch this video twice, do everything that you need to do. Now what I do is I use the 1 hour chart. The 1 hour chart is I'm looking for weekly options. Before I even show you guys the options, I'm going to explain everything to you and then how you could generate that money. Now this is SOXL. It's a 3x semiconductor bull ETF. And with the way that the semiconductor market has been moving, this stock has been in a bull run for a time, but I'm not going to pick up shares of SOXL at a very expensive price. So right now it's at $60, and I don't feel like paying $60. So someone would say, hey, I'll pay $53 for it. But that's where you would get caught in a trap, because we like to use our indicators. Now, one of the indicators that we use is right here. This is the RSI indicator. Completely is one of the simplest indicators. You just add it to your chart. Whenever it's below 30 or in the red, it's oversold. I mean, it's undervalued, and stocks usually find that support. And then whenever it's at the top, way up here, overvalued above 70, that means it's overhyped, and price usually looks at that as a resistance and have a pullback. So the first thing that we like to look at is the RSI indicator. As you guys can see, I only sell cash secure puts when it's oversold. So right here on SOXL, it's not oversold, so I would not sell a cash secure put on SOXL right now. I will wait until it becomes oversold. Now, another thing that I like to look at is the Bollinger Band. So when price is at the top of the Bollinger Bands, the stock likes to have a pullback, and when stocks is at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, it's like to recover. So 90% of the time, using my Bollinger Band settings, the stock likes to trade within this cloud. It's not going to be a lot of fake outs with my settings. If you want my settings, it's in the free trial, but it's not going to be a lot of fake outs in there if you guys want to add the Bollinger Bands. This is one of the most important indicators that I use. And then the last indicator that I use is the 200 EMA. This lets you know whether if a stock is in the uptrend or in the downtrend, and we use this as a support and resistance lines. So whenever I see stocks at the bottom of the Bollinger Band and also at the bottom of the RSI indicator, that's when I'm comfortable going in selling cash secure puts. So SOXL is one of those stocks that I like to use. The other one I like to use is NVDL, the leverage of NVIDIA. And then the last one I like to use is Tesla, TSLL, which is the leverage of Tesla. So just like when we come to this chart, if we're looking for a trade every single week, 1 week SOXL might not be at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. So we'll come over to TSLL. All right, so here we are on TSLL, the leverage of Tesla. You guys should see it was at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands right here, bottom of the RSI. We would have sold cash secure puts, and we would have won that trade. Now, if we come over to this date, you guys can see it's not quite at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, and it's not oversold yet on the RSI. So then we'll go over to our next stock. So we'll go over to NVDL. And this is one where I usually find a good setup on that we took last week. So this one is not oversold yet on the 1 hour chart. It's not at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, so we'll wait and be patient. But let me show you guys what a good setup would look like. We'll go to Robinhood. It's at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. It's oversold on the RSI. So this will be a trade that we would look for the setup. But usually that's why we follow 4 to 5 stocks, because out of those 5 that we track, usually one will be in a good position for us to sell a cash you could put on for us to make some income that week. So in today's example, we're going to use NVDL. We're going to come over to NVDL. This is one I use very often. You'll hit trade. We'll hit trade options, but not right now. We'll wait until NVDL is oversold on the RSI and at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, and then you'll come over out a week, because we was looking at the 1 hour chart. And then remember, we're looking for a 0.2 delta, not a 0.3 delta. So let's scroll down to 83. Let's click on that one. It's a 0.25 delta. So let's come down to the 82. Click on that one. All right, it has a mark. That's a 0.22 delta. So let's go to 81.5 and let's go to 81. Okay, so there we go. 81 has a market price of $98. It has a delta of 0.2. That means we have an 80% chance of winning this trade. But when we add in our indicators, yeah, it really bumps us up from like an 80% to like an 85-90% chance of winning this trade. So if I wanted to sell a cash you could put right here at $81, agreeing to buy 100 shares of NVDL at $81, or a 0.2 delta whenever it's oversold or at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, you'll hit sell. You'll type in 1 right there, and the market price was $98. So if you want to enter one of these trades, you can make $98, and it will cost you $8,100 in collateral to sell a cash you can put on NVDL. Now, what kind of percentage is that? You're making $98 and it will cost you $8,100. Then multiply that out by 100. You're making 1.2% in a week selling that cash you can put on NVDL. And that's all I've been shooting for inside of the Patreon, inside of the Discord, on my trackers. I'm shooting for maybe 3 to 5% every single month. And if we multiply this out by, if we do this 4 times a month, we could get 4.83% in a month. And if in a month, 3% in a month, or 2% in a month. But on average, I've been averaging out around like 4% every single month. And right here, if we're doing this strategy on NVDL, we could bring in 4.83% every single month. And if we multiply that out by a year, that's 58% growth in a year just selling cash you puts. You might not ever have to own a stock and you will have 58% growth. Now me, I will probably enter around like 10 of these trades in a week. So for me, I'm bringing in $980 a week. Sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less, but on average, I'm bringing in around $1,000 a week selling cash you puts on NVDL, TSLL, or SOXL, or some of the other following stocks. All right, so let's say you start off with a smaller account and you're bringing in with 4.8% a month, right? You're 4.83% a month. I know it says daily, but just imagine that it says month. And we're going to do this for 36 months. So that's 36, that's 3 years. Just imagine that says months. They messed up the calculator on my website. We're going to include weekends, and we're also going to reinvest our earnings. So this is us starting off with $10,000, bringing in 4.83% a month, and let's hit calculate. There it goes. You could turn your $10,000 into $54,000 in just a couple of years and couple of months. Your first month, you'll be bringing in $483. By the end of year 1, you'll be bringing in $800 every single month. By the end of year 2, you'll be bringing in $1,429 every single month. And by the end of year 3, you'll be bringing in $2,517 every single month. So if you was to bring in $2,517 every single month by year 3, you just gave yourself an extra $30,000 in bonus every single year just from running the wheel strategy, just averaging around 4%, 4 to 5% every single month for the next 3 years. Now, I've been doing it for 2 years and I am on track. I am making over $2,500. I'm close to the averaging $3,000 to $4,000 price range. So if you guys do want to learn the wheel strategy more in depth, I'm gonna leave a link to the Patreon down in the description. You click that, sign up, come join the community, be a part of the Zoom calls, take all my trades every single time I buy and sell a stock. And I got pro day traders in there that post their day trades every single day if that's more your style. But yeah, dreamers, let me know if you are running the wheel strategy, what stocks are you using down in the comment section. Can't wait to see what you guys have to say down there. And also, if you do want to pick up some free stocks just from signing up and using Moo, they're giving you up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock. So if you guys do, if you already got a broker, if you already got Robinhood, you already got Webull, it doesn't hurt to open up another broker and get more free stocks. It doesn't hurt at all. Free is free. But yeah, dreamers, if you made it to the end of this video, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. Can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Other than that, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show. I'm out. Peace.
This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. All investments are by risk. Do your own research. This is not licensed financial advisor. Any third party considered false under the fair use commentary and analysis. Please consult with a licensed financial advisor or professional in your area before making investment decisions.